Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Small Business Spotlight. I'm Donna Smith Bellinger, your sales manager on demand, and this episode I'm bringing you yet another small business owner. And as I bring this small business owner on, I asked him to demonstrate to us his big why for why he's doing this business and why he is growing into all of these things. So, what I want to do is introduce you to Jalea. She and I doing hearts? Yes, because we have love.
Let's do
Jalea,
a heart.
yeah, we're doing a heart. Jalea, do you want me to introduce your daddy?
Yes.
What do you say?
Go, Dad.
Go, daddy. All
Go,
right.
Daddy.
Go Daddy. Wonderful. Thank you so much for helping me to introduce your daddy. She is just adorable. And I'm a sucker for babies. So, Jay, you and I have known each other for a little while, and I have watched you blossom and grow. But photography has always been at the heart of your biggest why and your biggest what throughout all the time that we've known each other. And I've watched you go through a number of transitions. Now, as you stay in the photography space, as a small business owner, you have your own space, you've had partners, you've done all types of events and great things. We've just met one of your wives, and of course, your beautiful wife is another one of your wives. But what was your why when you first started this business, and who was one of your great inspirations?
So when I first started my business, my why was just to get started. I wanted to prove to myself that I was able to start a business and actually uh, proceed and do well in business just for myself. I watched my father. He was definitely one of my greatest inspirations. He was from Mississippi, came to Mississippi when he was 16 years old, and he was self-employed as a plasterer. I remember being 10 years old, going into Frank Lloyd Wright homes, seeing him work his own business, have his own business. And so that really inspired me from seeing my father, to say, if he did it, I definitely can do it. So that was really my initial why when I first started my business.
And you had a rather unusual role model or inspiration that had musical roots. Tell us a little bit about what that was like. You talked about
You said
Kanye.
musical?
Yeah, you talked about Kanye in your thing. Tell us a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
about that.
So for me, Kanye has always been somebody I looked up to for numerous amount of reasons. Particularly his confidence and belief in himself. I followed him since the day that he came out and did College Dropout, and proving to everyone that he could be successful without the traditional route of going to college. And seeing throughout the course of his tenure, him proving and saying, from a producer, I can be a rapper, I can be a fashion icon, and now particularly an interior designer, designing the Yeezy campus and then getting in architecture, which that's something that I'm definitely into. So I was very inspired to see his tenure, his journey of believing in himself, and that's something that I'm inspired by.
That's wonderful. Now, you have brought that already into the clientele that you're working with because you indicated that the target market that you want to serve includes not just executives, which, every photographer likes to get a little bit of the red carpet. They like to get their work in magazines and things like that. But the tie into your architectural desires, realtors, mobile home park owners, product placement like with hair salons and hair products. You also talk about interior design, fine art, and I saw that all over the space that you're occupying, lifestyle, and of course, fashion. Now, here's my question for you. What is the top of mind challenge that you solve for people when they come to you? There are a lot of people out there who say they do photography, point, click, wonderful. But what is it that you bring into that conversation and into the product that you deliver that makes you a little bit different?
Great question, Donna. Well, for me, I've always had a heart for, excuse me, a heart for not just like you said, pointing and clicking the camera and being on my way, but helping to market and scale a company, helping them to grow their visibility online and through their online sales. So for myself, I believe that me and my team, what we do is we help business owners in that space save time. We help them to eliminate their frustration of not being to be able to provide a strong quality product from a professional standpoint, and not having to have them to try to figure it out with the frustrations of how to do this, how to post their listings, how to, drive their sales from a visual standpoint if that's not what they particularly do. Leaving it to the professionals, allowing me to come in and take care of that while they can focus on what they do best, particularly which is their real estate. So we help to solve that need by providing them with great visibility, great marketing, brainstorming different tactics on how they could grow and strengthen their online brand. That's what makes us kind of unique and different. Is we're not just a one-time company that comes in. We want to work with you on a consistent long haul to see you grow over time.
That's fabulous. So many times when um, a consumer, whether it's a real estate firm, a property manager, um, or a real estate attorney, or an executive, you will have a tendency to just shop price, and you want to go and grab the cheapest price on things without taking into consideration the fact that a small business owner has to over deliver, and a small business owner has to pay a finer eye to detail when it comes to what you are going to be receiving as that end product. Now, having been a client of Jay's, I know the type of eye to detail and creativity that comes out with the work that they do. I have seen angles I had never considered, lighting I had not considered. Some of his photos of me have been featured in my social media, and bad Donna for not crediting you, so I'm going to go back and do that on some of them. And we want to make sure that you understand that that's one of the benefits of working with a small business owner. You get that additional eye to detail because what matters for the small business owner is you telling other people the great experience that you had and the result, the revenue generating result that you received from working with that small business owner. Jay, I know that you're looking towards also expanding, with the equipment that you use, the certifications that you're going to be receiving. But tell me this, when we talk about what someone should look for in a photographer or a photographic experience, whether it's for them individually, whether it's for their property, what is it that you know that they just aren't seeing yet?
Hmm. That's a really great question. So, what it is that I know that they're not seeing is, as I mentioned previously, is their ability to not be so frustrated with having that hassle of trying to do something that they're not professional in, and then getting a return on their investment. That's my biggest thing when I work with small businesses or anybody, is to really help. I feel like I did my job visually, if we are able to have a compelling visual where they're able to see a significant return on the investment based on the product being attractive, us being able to market it to the right target market, being able to come up with a marketing strategy. That's the biggest thing. Some people in this industry, once they get a client, they do the work, and then that's it. I try to. My goal is to again work with the client throughout the entire process, because as the client makes money, they're going to continue to bring me on to do their work, and then also refer me to other people as well when they see how concerned and passionate I am. A lot of times, a lot of businesses, they don't have any strategy. They're just winging it and going as they know fit. So when they bring us on, they're not only just getting a photographic experience, a video experience, but they're getting a strategy. We come in with a strategy, particularly with social media, how to position them and market to be able to get the clientele that they need.
Fabulous. So when Jay Simon and his photographic team come in to work with you, what you're going to get is not just that point and click, that little headshot, that static little pose, a little GQ pose, but they're also going to ask you things like, where do you plan to use this? What do you want to have happen as a result of working with me and my team? How do you want people to feel after they've engaged with you in this particular image? And so getting aligned with a photographer who sees the full marketing and branding picture of the images is so much different than going to a point and click person who's like the JC Penney, no offense, JC Penney approach to, let's just all stand in front of this nice little screen and take a picture, and then here, you can just put that wherever you want to. That is not what Jay Simon Photography Studios does. And as you could hear from what Jay just said, he wants you to come back. He's not trying to just run through as many people as he can for individual transactions. Jay Simon Photography Studios is interested in building a relationship with you and your business. So even if you're starting out right now on a budget, but you know that you need those images for the gram or social media, for brochures, for annual reports, for press releases, this is a firm who will make sure that you are getting exactly what you need to meet that specific situation. Jay, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out to have this conversation with us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm honored to be doing this with you.
Well, like I said, I've watched you grow and glow, and it's absolutely wonderful. I knew him before that beautiful little bouncing baby came into the world. And I've watched, yes, I did. I knew before that. So, that's why it was so, adorable to me to have her join in when we did this, because I was here before she was. So, Jay, best of luck to you and to your studio. Keep glowing and growing. I look forward to our continued relationship. I encourage others to give this small business owner an opportunity to work with you, because small business owners are job creators and they have that vested interest in working with you beyond the initial transaction. This is Donna Smith Bellinger, your sales manager on demand, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of our Small Business Spotlight. Have a great day.